What's up, everybody? It's the Dark Salmon. Today we're playing a little bit of Robocraft, and this video is going to be centered around a tutorial on how to make a flying bomber. It doesn't have to be a bomber. You can use SMGs if you wanted to like dogfoot other planes, but you know, my friends asked me, how do you make this, and it's really hard to explain over VoIP, so I just decided, hey, I'll make a little tutorial video and link them here, and I'll make it public, and if it helps other people, it helps other people. And we'll be able to just dive right in right quick, and here we go. So what you want to do to start this off is go ahead and build up a probably about 9 blocks long for like a base. Pretty much a bomber plane. I'm not really good at making other planes, but bomber planes are going to be pretty much little sticks that that more or less fly through the air to drop bombs on your enemies. And if you think that you are going to be, having this fun little moment where you get to do this fun stuff to do whatever and you can just take rounds, you're going to have a bad time, because these things, you get shot once with an SMG, you're probably going to end up being on the ground, because the wings you use to make these things put you in such a high up tier that it'll make you want to cry. And by high up, I mean probably like tier 4, tier 5. So you better be ready to encounter some heavy resistance, because people in this tier, they know pretty well how to deal with a jet. And your only real bet on survival is to use like a jammer, which I'm probably gonna put on this anyway. So you want to start off with your wings as such. People normally, I've seen people put their wings like kind of like this, but I tend to have them both the same way, all 4 of them. It works pretty well. A rudder, those are a pretty good one. It's pretty good already. As you can see, we have a frame. All right, tier 4. All right, this is before anything else. This is 9 blocks and 5 wings, and you're in tier 4. But like I said, wings are really. It doesn't matter what kind of armor you use. If you put these wings on it, you are automatically going to be in tier 4. That is a God-given fact. It is ridiculous. Anyway, next, after you do that, you're going to want your little pilot seat, little robo dude. I like to put him pretty far back in the plane, but not too awfully far back. Alright, so and by not too awfully far back, I mean as far back as I can get him. Do as I say, not as I do. Anyway, next thing you want to do, thrust. That's something you need pretty good. I got these big thrusters. They're pretty fun to use, I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually gonna do something right quick. You don't have to do this if you don't want to, but I like doing this. So you got like a nice Formula 1 race car looking thing right now. It's pretty good. So instead of using the very big thrusters, I've been using these, and they do really well. Next, you could take your little gun, whatever way you're gonna use. I like using this big one, because it's the best I have unlocked, and it doesn't throw me into tier 5 quite yet, but put that gun there. And I also like having one in the back, so I have 2 bombs. Anyway, need more thrusters, because you can never have enough thrust. You put these on the side like here. Put one more in the middle here. Can I fit these here? No, that's okay though. I can fit one here though. Oh no, I don't have enough. I ran out. 3 on the top. We'll move one down to the bottom. Boom. Alright. So we're just going to take this out for a test run. You can see if it flies or not. I'm pretty sure I deleted my jet plane to make this tutorial, so I'm hoping, I can do this better. Alright, here we go. Maiden voyage. Oh yeah, she flies. Oh, I just smacked into that fucking thing. That's all good.
How high can you go?
Pretty high. This thing goes up a pretty decent amount. I could probably put one of those big thrusters on it, but my nose kind of weighs down already, so that means I got a little more weight in the front than I do in the back. But that's alright, because having your nose go down is not the end of the world. You can just hit space and it'll lift you back up. If I build a square around the driver's part of it, it might throw off the center of mass, unless I move the seat up. A little bit of a disclaimer, you actually don't need to do this. You could be done right now, but I like it. I like to hear. And then just kind of like, I don't know, let's see, kind of like do a little bit of razzle-dazzling. We'll delete these for now because I can just slap them back on a different part. Alright, let's see if this will work now, because if it does, then I have like a pretty ballin' looking plane. If not, I'm just going to go back to it being a stick.
Yeah, that's what I would have done too.
I mean, it's not like putting a plane this large caliber in the sky is a good thing. Oop, it is really heavy in the back, apparently. I might need to put some weighted blocks in the front, but she flies. Yeah, it looks pretty neat. Let's see how she shoots. GG. That guy got wrecked. Alright, and we just gotta, you know, way down the middle here. We'll be good to go. Alright, after much deliberation, I decided to jazz it up a bit. Maybe some more armored. My theory was maybe instead of making just that orange stick plane you saw, that if I were to armor it up a little more, it would increase my chances of living. Now, this is completely untrue now that I'm thinking about it, because it's not really about how much damage this can take as much as it's how much damage your wings can take. And I only have the first tier wings, okay? I'm not that high up in this game. I've only been playing for like a week. And if you go to movement, you can see, let me just go to my inventory, it's probably easier, the armor rating, which is 2059. So these things can take a hit pretty good, but the blocks they're connected to, aka these things, probably not so much. So if one of these gets blown off, that wing's gone. If I lose even like a wing, this thing's gonna get grounded, especially if they hit this one singular triangle right here. All three of these are gone. I'm going into the dirt. The best case scenario I have is hopefully I can use my front wings to glide down, but yeah. Anyway, I shushed this up a little bit, made it look nice and snazzy. So honestly, there's only 3 things you really need to know about when you're making a plane. And the 3 things are your center of mass, like where all your weight is, your center of thrust, and pretty much wing placement and their lift is a good thing to keep in mind as well. Center of mass is important because if you have even like your center of mass in the middle and you use your pilot seat as more or less a pivot point to kind of divvy up weight evenly between your front and back end, you're not going to go flipping around as much when you're in the air. Center of thrust is important because if you have all your thrust in the front like I do, you could have a little more weight in the back like I do, and it will pull it and kind of even it out a bit and keep you from doing insane crazy flips at spawn and not being able to go anywhere. And lastly, your wing placement and their lift abilities is a good thing to keep an eye on, because if they're off tilt, like they're out of symmetry kind of more or less, and they have different lift capacities, it can kind of mess with the feng shui of your plane, and if it tips up, tips down, things like that. So now we'll just take it on a maiden voyage. If it works, we're done. And yep, we've taken off. Alright, well, this was my tutorial on how to make a jet plane / jet bomber in Robocraft. Thanks for watching. If you like what you saw here, you could go ahead and consider liking the video, maybe leaving a comment on what you thought about it, maybe some helpful pointers, because I'm a novice plane builder. And if you like the videos, you could consider subscribing. I post semi-regularly, and, you know, yeah. It's just kind of, if you enjoy it, you enjoy it. Anyway, have a good one, YouTube.